Hey guys, this is Jekko Grunty Forcer with another magical installment of Let's Play Gotcha Force. Since last time, I defeated 2 Deathborg units, and through that, I was able to get Magnet Borg Minus. There are 2 different type of Magnet Borgs. This one and an agreed one that's plus. The special ability of these Borgs is they draw in their opponents in order for them to be able to deal out heavy physical attacks. But the problem is that their attacks are slow, so if they're going against another Borg who has much faster close range, they're kind of outclassed. I really don't use them. You probably won't see me be using this Borg, but I just wanted to tell you about it, and then I got it. And since there are 2 different varieties, I basically just covered 2 Borgs. If I seed one, I will put the little display down at the bottom, but I probably won't talk in depth since I did talk about this one. Alright. And now we are going to be meeting the next 2 members of our party. Unagi and Tsutomu.
Hi!
Unagi is one of my personal favorite allies. She uses a variety of girl Borgs and that are all attack focused, unlike Mana's. And Tsutomu focuses on kind of, I guess, vehicle. Term would be vehicle Borgs. He's alright later on, but in the beginning he's really not so good because his only Borg is a recolor of the regular tank called Leopard.
We've got to calm down.
So I will go after him first because he can do a fair amount with his Borg, but the thing is he only has 1, so once it's gone, that's 1 less worry in this fight.
Yes.
As you can see, he took down my revolver gunman fairly easily. Tank Borgs and other vehicle Borgs are pretty powerful. I only occasionally use them myself, and so they usually I kind of like powerful long-range Borgs who also have some pretty good close range, and also I'll use Shuttle Borgs. That's another one of my forte. We'll talk about Shuttle Borgs once we see some of those. I am not doing so good, as you can see, because I'm down to G-Red. My screen that I play off of is about 1 inch wide, so I don't quite see as much as I could. And here we see Unagi's the real version of Unagi's specialty, a Battle Girl. Battle Girls are one of my favorite types of Borgs because they kind of take some of the elements from both the Revolver Gunman and the Ninjas. The normal ninja, because they're good at both close range and long range, so that kind of balances them out. And I just find them really fun to play. And here we got more GF energy, and now these 2 are joining us. I'm going to be doing a specialty Unagi Death Force battle. From time to time, one of your allies will request you to save a location from the Death Force, and these are a little bit less repetitive if they have a specific purpose. If they don't have a specific one, like this one is the Gungborg unit, I won't be showing it. And one thing I did not cover last time is there's another group of kind of repetitive missions, which are trainings with allies. I might show one, but as I said, they get fairly repetitive since you're just going against the exact same people. Though later on there is one series of trainings that will be definitely worth seeing. But that's a bit later on in the game, so I won't be talking too much about it. And I got hit by another revolver gunman somewhere. Knew it. Okay, and I'm pretty sure I just kind of showed off one of the physics of the game. In this game, different characters have different ranges, and there are 3 different types of ranges. There's the there's this one that's showing off right now, which is means that you're able to use your long range attacks and such, and you generally. Revolver gunman, you generally see you try to be in this area. Let me see if I can back away far enough for this next one. Here now you see how it's the broken lines around him. That means that I'm targeted to him, but I can't actually shoot directly at him. And now you'll see that I have these spikes around it, which signifies that I will be using my close range attacks instead of long range. And also another thing I have yet to go over is the controls. I'll probably do that in a little bit when we get to one of the specialty Death Force fights, because we're about to introduce 2 more characters. And this game is kind of interesting, with the exception of 2 that you have to try and get to join you. You get to all the characters that you meet throughout the series will eventually join you. Here's one of the trainings that I was talking about, and here we have the drill robot, King of the Underground. Row, row, fight the power. And hopefully through this I'll be able to show off another one of the little mechanics of the game, the Borg crystals. And when I tried to record this last time, a Borg crystal didn't pop up, but the recording kind of fudged up at the end, so I wasn't able to use it. Hopefully this one won't fudge up at any point. So the controls. You have your A button is the jumps. There are 3 different types of jumps. There's a flap for flying Borgs, a sort of a level jump for most Borgs, and then technological Borgs will have a jetpack, and they'll have more of a stream of jump. All are pretty good. Usually the flying Borgs can get the highest easily, but it usually takes them a little bit. The ones with jetpacks can get up pretty high and pretty quickly, but of course they're limited even when they do air dashes. The leveled ones have only a specific amount. They can get pretty high depending on how they go, and they also have infinite air dash, as I'm showing here. And
What are you doing?
different characters can have different levels of air dash. Like
What are you doing?
one that I hope I'll be able to show off eventually is pretty good. So for the controls, as I said, A is jump. B is to do your regular basic attack, and for most Borgs that also your close range when you're in close range. X is a slightly more powerful special attack. As you can see for the longer revolver gunman, it's this double shot. I think I shot one of the drills. Ah! And they're also charge shots, such as G-Red's B-beam, and there are 2 different ways that attacks can recharge. Revolver gunman, and most times you'll use up your attack and then all the hits of your attack and then it will recharge. There are some that it's like once you use a shot it will restart recharging, and hopefully I'll be getting a Borg so I can show that off. And that's pretty much the basics of the controls. If you push Z, you're able to target your ally, but That only really is beneficial if you're a support person, and I don't find playing support all that fun, so I will not be worrying about that. Here we are meeting Tetsuya and Met. Tetsuya specializes in samurai Borgs. He's another one of my favorite allies to have. And Met specializes in military-esque Borgs. I'm not exactly sure what he is. He's a bit more support character, which kind of makes him a lacking partner. But his main Borg, which he plays more as a support, is actually a pretty good potential attacking Borg. It's something called an Arrow Ninja. He should also be showing off a regular one within his group. And it can get you, with an Arrow Borg, you can sort of trap an enemy into one spot, and then you can either shoot them from long range or go up and attack them. And also, if you knock them down and you have them tethered in the air with the arrows, they actually get stuck in the falling animation, and it takes them longer to recover. So it's a pretty good crippling Borg. And here we see Tetsuya is using his specialty samurai Borg. Samurai Borgs are pretty good close range Borgs, and you really don't want to play them long range because that's rather weak. And here you can see I've got tethered by the arrow. The Arrow Ninjas have a multitude of these attacks, so you can get several tethers, and if you set up enough tethers, you can practically make a character immobile. Alright. Kind of stinks because I've yet to actually get any Borgs on screen. I guess that's just usually with. I guess that's just with the introduction of these characters. They're not going to be trying to give off Borgs as much, and that's sort of the main reason that you want to do the Death Borg ones, is in order to gain your additional Borgs and also gain additional GF energy, which later on is extremely beneficial. And here we're going to be going against another specialty one, but we're allowed to choose our partner this time. We have the Flying Death Force. I'm pretty sure this is mostly ship Borgs, including these ones, which I cannot put my finger on the name of. All the Death Borgs use Roman numerals, but I'm not quite familiar with the names of every single one. I'll of course have the little tab thing on the bottom, so you'll be able to see the name, but I won't be able to tell you right now. And here we have an orange blue striker. The strikers are the more aerial attack flying Borgs. There are also two more similar to them, which are the Violet Attacker and the Red Attacker, which are bombing Borgs. I remember, and notably, the Violet one only requires you to just get the information for the Borg, and the Red one requires you to get 2 Borg crystals in order to put it together. And somehow, my first ever playthrough, I managed to get the Red Attacker and, like, not get the Violet Attacker until, like, one of my friends actually traded it to me, so it was quite an interesting experience. And here we have another fight with Nakoba and Kitsune. You do this throughout the game, and throughout the game, even after they do and finally join you, but they are the main antagonists for the beginning part of the game. And this is probably going to be my last fight of the video. I'm kind of getting up in time.
Let's get serious.
You want pain, don't ya?
You'll be easy. Take this.
Okay, and once again we are seeing them using a normal robot and the vampire knight, and really their teams don't get all too much variety. From time to time in the storyline, when sort of you get past a specific big point, your allies' teams are reworked so that they can be more effective at the point you're at in the game. But and also that also affects the difficulty of the trainings. At the moment, since I'm so early in the game, we're basically going to be seeing them using pretty much the same Borg over and over again. Just yeah, it gets it's a little bit repetitive in the beginning, just because they haven't quite introduced us to all the possible Borgs. But later on, we'll be seeing a wide variety of Borgs, and because there are several hundred different Borgs, and it's quite actually a nice, well-worked game, a solid game for the GameCube era. It looks pretty good, and also just the wide variety of content, and what it actually does in the loading screens, instead of showing like a just sort of a cutscene video or like actual like screenshots of the game, it actually shows just people. It actually shows them computers set up with just a random assortment of the Borgs from the game just fighting each other, and it's actually, it just shows how complex this game is despite its simplistic storyline. And I'm at 17 minutes here, so I'll be dropping off here. And how about we give a revolver gunman salute off?